The market's also shifting. New riders are either going cheaper or skipping straight to performance machines. The Vulcan S, caught in between, simply isn't anyone's first choice anymore. With Kawasaki focusing on newer models and dealers desperate for space, the Vulcan S is getting dumped like last year's phone plan. If you've ever thought about grabbing one, now's your chance. Discounts are flowing, and you could score a real bargain. Just don't wait too long, or it might vanish quietly from the lineup. Either way, the Vulcan S is heading into the sunset, just not the way Kawasaki expects. Number 7. Kawasaki Vulcan S. The Kawasaki Vulcan S, a sleek cruiser that's beginner-friendly yet sporty, is quietly being pushed aside by dealers all over the United States. Why? Because it's stacking up in showrooms like leftover turkey after Thanksgiving. Originally priced around $7,000, dealers are now slashing prices, throwing in incentives, and almost begging customers to take one home. Some have even knocked off $1,000 or more just to make room. Here's the main issue. Riders shopping in this range often want something with more attitude. While the Vulcan S's 649 CCS parallel twin engine is reliable, it doesn't have that deep V-twin growl that cruiser lovers crave. It feels more like a sporty commuter than a laid-back cruiser, leaving it awkwardly stuck in the middle. And at this price point, many buyers start considering used Harleys or larger metric cruiser expected. Number 6. Harley-Davidson Nightster. The Harley-Davidson Nightster, Harley's modern take on the iconic Sportster, is being moved off the floor faster than a bad trade. Launched at around $13,300, it was supposed to mark the start of Harley's next era. Instead, it's been gathering dust in showrooms. To get them moving, dealers have been slicing prices, adding incentives, and even tossing in free merchandise. Some have dropped over $2,000, turning it into one of the best bargains on two wheels, if you actually want one. So, what went sideways? For starters, the 975 CCS liquid-cooled Revolution Max engine looks great on paper, but it doesn't deliver the raw sound or soul Harley loyalists expect. It rides more like a beefed-up standard bike than a classic cruiser. And at more than $13,000, most buyers start eyeing used Softails that pack more power, more Harley character, and more bike for the money. Another issue. The old Sportster fan base is aging out or moving on to bigger machines while younger riders aren't lining up to replace them. The Nightster was meant to bridge that gap, but it's stuck between traditionalists who don't want it and new riders who don't need it. Dealers have caught on, and now they just want them gone. If you're even a little curious, now's the time. Prices are dropping fast, and you might land a deal that almost justifies the original tag. Number 5. BMW K1600B. The BMW K1600B, a luxury bagger loaded with technology and driven by a buttery-smooth 6-cylinder engine, is being quietly ditched by dealers around the country. Why? Because it's sitting in showrooms like an overpriced couch that nobody wants to buy. Originally priced around $22,000, dealers are now hustling to unload them, offering thousands in discounts just to make space for newer, faster-selling bikes. The main problem? That steep price tag. Even with BMW's premium badge, not many riders want to spend close to $25,000 after taxes on a bagger that isn't a Harley or an Indian. At that price, most American riders expect a rumbling V-twin, not a futuristic German spaceship with sport bike DNA. Sure, the K1600B is powerful and silky smooth, but the bagger crowd in the US leans toward old-school style and sound. The market has shifted too. Long-distance riders often prefer fully loaded tours, while others after the bagger aesthetic choose more classic designs. The K1600B lands awkwardly in between, too futuristic for purists and too heavy for sport touring fans. With BMW constantly refreshing its lineup, dealers need to clear these before they turn into fossils on the floor. Right now, you'll find discounts from $3,000 to $5,000 off MSRP in some spots. If you've ever dreamed of owning a spaceship on two wheels at a markdown, this could be your chance. Number 4. Indian Scout 60. The Indian Scout 60, a vintage-inspired cruiser powered by a 999 CS V-twin, was supposed to be an affordable way to join the Indian family. Instead, it's being shown the exit like last year's fashion trend. Dealers are cutting prices by thousands, throwing in rebates, and doing whatever they can to move them. Some listings show markdowns of over $2,000, with others sweetening the pot even more. So, what's the catch? The Scout 60 sits in a tricky price bracket. At around $11,000 new, it's not exactly cheap for beginners, and for a bit more cash, riders can upgrade to the full Scout with more power and better resale value. On the flip side, budget-minded buyers tend to go for cheaper cruisers from Honda or Kawasaki. The Scout 60 is stuck in the middle, and in the motorcycle world, that's rarely a winning place to be. Dealers are also rushing to clear older stock as new models arrive. Meanwhile, the used market is heating up, with low-mile Scout 60 seconds going for even less. If you've had your eye on one, don't hesitate. Dealers are waving goodbye with clearance deals. You could walk away with the steal, but wait too long and it might fade away without notice. Number 3. Harley-Davidson Pan America. Harley-Davidson tried to crash the adventure bike scene with the Pan America, but now dealers are racing to clear them out. Why? Because getting die-hard Harley fans to ditch cruisers for an ADV is like selling flip-flops in a snowstorm. Dealers aren't just lowering prices, they're hacking them. Pan America models that once topped $20,000 are now discounted by $3,000 to $4,000. Harley's even throwing in extras like extended warranties and free gear. Anything to get them gone. So what's the problem? In that price range, buyers expect something proven. The Pan America looks solid on paper, but early reliability hiccups like stalling, TFT glitches, and software bugs made potential buyers hesitant. Then there's the design. Adventure bikes aren't known for their looks, but the Pan America's styling divided riders right away. Some liked it, others thought it looked like a rolling toolbox. Add in the fierce ADV competition and Harley's ongoing identity struggle outside the cruiser world, and you get a bike that never fully found its place. If you've been curious about Harley's adventure experiment, this is your shot. Dealers are practically handing out keys, but if sales keep slipping, don't be surprised if the Pan America quietly disappears. Number 2. Suzuki Boulevard M109R. The Suzuki Boulevard M109R is a full-on muscle cruiser with a massive 1,783 cc V-twin, bold, powerful, and built for tearing up pavement. But despite all that brawn, dealers are letting it go like last year's trend. With a base price around $15,000, the M109R is now seeing thousands shaved off, plus zero-interest financing and rebates just to get them moving. Some dealers are even offering brand new units at what used to be used bike prices. So, what's holding it back? For one, the M109R is a brute, nearly 800 pounds and demanding real skill to handle. Modern buyers, however, are gravitating toward lighter, tech-packed cruisers. Meanwhile, the M109R sticks to old-school analog gauges and skips. Features competitors include by default. Things like TFT displays, traction control, and ride modes. It's starting to feel a bit out of date. And then there's resale. These bikes have never held value well, and with today's heavy discounts, that's unlikely to improve. Still, if you've always wanted one, now's your best opportunity. Dealers are clearing them fast, and soon the M109R might become a rare sight both in showrooms and on the street. Number 1. Harley-Davidson Street 750. The Harley-Davidson Street 750 was marketed as a stylish, affordable cruiser for new riders, a stepping stone into the Harley family. Instead, it's turning into a showroom paperweight. Originally priced near $7,000, some dealers have chopped $1,500 or more off just to move them. Discounts, financing offers, even desperate sales pitches. They're everywhere. Why the struggle? For many, the Street 750 never truly felt like a genuine Harley. Sure, it had the logo, but the 749 CCS liquid-cooled engine lacked that signature Harley rumble. The overall build quality didn't exactly scream premium either. At this price, most new riders are choosing more feature-rich alternatives or stretching for a used Sportster or Softail. That leaves the Street 750 in a bad spot. Too pricey for beginners, not enough grunt for loyalists. Making matters worse, Harley has ended production. Dealers are now stuck with leftover units that are tough to move. If you've been considering one, this might be your last chance for a deal. Just don't expect much when it comes to resale. And that wraps up today's video. If you found it helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more upcoming content. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into 7 motorcycles that dealers are trying to get rid of as fast as they can.